When you're looking to create success within your business and within your world, it's super important and very powerful to have a vision. What is it that you're looking to create? Where are you looking to go? Hi, my name is Tiffanie Kellog, and I am a facilitator with Asentiv, and I'm joined today by two other Asentiv facilitators as we tackle this question about the impact of a vision for your business's success. So I thought I'd start us off and open the floor to you, gentlemen. When it comes to vision, what is vision to get us started? And as they're pondering, and I'm going to turn the camera over to them. As you're watching this here live on social media, please do let us know your questions, your thoughts, your comments in the chat box or in the comment section, depending on where you're watching this. We'd love to hear from you. So, Bharat, Stefan, who wants to start us off? What is vision all about?
So, Tiffany, this was also my vision some years back to be associated with a global company where I can, brainstorm a lot of ideas, share things, and which is happening right now. But if you speak to a lot of business owners, they don't even know what is vision. Okay, they look at vision as goals, how much business they want to do it, how much turnover they want to do it, and some of the people say, "Oh, I'm talking about today. I'm not talking about future. I'm thinking about today. What's going to happen?" But they never think where they want to be in the next 5 years. And this is where we actually come in as people, understanding them. The vision can make a big difference in your business. And post-COVID, people realize that we have to adapt, we have to change, and we have to think about the long term. We cannot just think what's happening today, how much business I did today. They have to look about their business for the next 5 years, and that makes a big difference.
Gotcha. Love it. Yeah. Stefan, what would you like to add to this? What is vision all about?
Well, for me, it's during years I come to the conclusion that if I look at companies or people, most of big or great companies or development that people who make a difference in other people's lives have had a huge vision. They've had something that we're driven, that something's come from within, that is important, that inspires you to move, inspires you to get out in bed every morning, and to have a vision that's something that is so freaking big that actually excites you and scares you at the same time. And I think that is something that is most companies people that, well, can I think so big? I mean, guys, it requires the same amount of energy to think big as small. So why don't think big? Because what should, and people tend to think about what should other people think about my vision if I make it too big. Well, don't bother. They don't think. So for me, the vision is something that inspires people, that makes people want to be part of something, want to be in that, so to say, the what's it called, a movement. Because a great vision can create a movement. And a lot of successful companies have created movements. People have created movements through their vision.
Awesome. Yeah, I think about the idea of this vision, and it's about us, but it's also about, how do we impact the community or even the world? And it's so powerful. And it's interesting. A lot of times people are like, oh, I'm just going to work towards what I'm doing. My goal, my vision is to put, food on the table and a roof over my head. And 5 years later, 10 years later, where are they at? Putting food on the table and a roof over the head, because that's all their vision was. And I often think about this idea of a business vision as kind of our plan. So if I'm going to take a road trip from here out to California, so I'm in Florida on the East Coast of the United States, out to California on the West Coast, which could be a couple days drive unless you did it straight through. And then it would still be a couple days drives. It's not close. And so if I'm leaving here, I've got my plan. I've probably got my map and, where I'm going to hit along the way. And so to me, that's the vision. We're starting here. We're getting there. Now, is it possible that along the way, there may be some detours? I know that I live right off of a main interstate that is constantly having detours. And so it's not uncommon for me to try and go 2 hours and have to take a little detour or have a little traffic jam. And so you can imagine trying to go thousands of miles across the country. Will stuff happen? And here's the thing. If I'm driving through the United States and I get to Colorado and I'm like, you know what? I like Colorado. I'm going to stop here and stay here. I didn't quite make it to my destination, but would I have ever gotten to Colorado if I hadn't left Florida trying to get to California? And I know what's happened over the past 22 months in the world. I don't think anybody included in their vision, hey, we're going to shut the world down. And the three of us for sure definitely were doing a lot more in person. It's been a very big shift in our business and our world. And so we don't always know what's going to happen, but the vision is not necessarily we have to stay on this path. We have to get there. It's just kind of the path to help us get going. And so I do think, when it comes to our world and our life, that idea of vision is so powerful and so impactful because it'll help us get to the areas that we want to be. And so if we think about it, I know we've talked about kind of what is a vision. Why do you feel it's important for all people, all businesses to have a vision?
I love the way you described if you were to take a tour from Colorado, Florida to California and you to stop somewhere. But if you see business owners, they have natural vision inbuilt in that, where they want to go. But they don't even share or they fear expressing it out. So imagine if you share with your close people that you want to reach out to California by road, you want to hit the road and go to California, they may give you the right tips, where to stop, which place to stay, or what to eat at this place, and you get the right ready-made tips from them because they've experienced it. And your travel journey becomes more easier. Okay. And that's the main problem. People don't share vision. People fear expressing of vision and they have a lonely fight, reaching out to their vision. So when they say 5 years, it may take 5 years or 6 years. But if they share with people, it may happen in 3 years. So if you are reaching your business vision much better, then your life is also much better. So sharing and expressing is still a big challenge with people. They fear, how can I think so big? How can I talk about saying so big? And that actually stops the success of people, business owners. That's the reason business vision is required. It's required to be articulated and shared with people among us.
So what suggestions would you have to someone that maybe has created their vision and they're hesitant or they're scared to share it with others?
So Tiffanie, that's the biggest challenge people have got it. But are they feeling proud of running a business? Okay. If they're proud of running a business, then they can share the vision. Or are they forcibly in that business? They're not enjoying that business. Okay. If they're not enjoying that, they don't know why they're doing it, then it's a challenge to share the vision. But if they're enjoying the business, they have to be passionate enough to express to people. And it is not about them only, it is about people around them. So if they share with the staff, how is it going to make a difference? The staff is going to take ownership and they will see to it the organization grows much better. If they share with the family knows that person is going to spend a lot of time on the work because the vision is big. They want to achieve big for the kids. Once you share, people start cooperating with you. People start supporting you. And people unite for the same cause. Like Stefan said, it leads to a movement. It leads to a movement, and you finish that movement faster because people are supporting you, people are helping you.
Awesome. What do you want to add to that, Stefan?
I think you're quite right, Bharat, what you talk about here, because a good vision unites people and challenge people. A good vision will lead to that when you share it, and I think you should, it will either inspire people to wanting to help you achieve that vision. because they can see themselves a part of your vision, seeing here am I. And that's why a vision, in my words, in the way we talk about, should be external, extrovert. So it's a marketing platform. So you market your vision to other people so they can say, well, I feel myself a part of your vision. How can I help you? And that helps you to bring the right people to your community. And I have a number of examples where I've been working with business owners who didn't have vision. They went to their work, they had their companies, and when they understood why they did things, they started to crave a vision that really helped them to change the way their staff was working. They changed the suppliers, they changed their client base to people who believed in this vision. And the whole company changed, and himself changed. And that's how powerful emotional vision can be, and how it can be implemented. And a vision is something that you probably never will acquire or reach. It's there. It's something that drives you to do the thing, because it's the journey that is the thing. It's the steps you do, what you do daily. And sometimes most people will never reach their vision, but it's okay, because what you do every day is what is counted. And if you feel joy in that, it's okay.
Love it. Love it. So we are here today talking about this idea of a vision for your business's success. It gives us the opportunity to know what we're looking towards. And inside the Asentives Ignite Your Business program, or the Asentiv Pro program, we do have a whole conversation around vision. And we talk not only about the vision for your business, but a 360-degree vision. It's got, we've got like a template, and, here are all these different components. And the goal is to be able to have this vision, whether it's a 3-year or 5-year plan, typically, but sometimes you can do 6 or 8, depending on who you are, with the goal and the drive. And like Stefan mentioned, it's not always that we get everything. Like I remember going through every couple of years as I'm wrapping up one and working on my vision for the next few years. I usually do 3. I'm like, check. Oh, what was I even thinking? Nope, ain't doing that. Oh, I haven't quite gotten there yet. We'll put that into the next year's vision. It's just a kind of way to help us look towards the future. And here's what we want. It's not that it's set in stone. As we know, the world changes, and who knows what the world will bring us over the next couple of years. So there's some flexibility and some flow that's happening. So if you want more in creating your vision, definitely chat with us. We'll put our information. So we'll have this video on YouTube. We'll put this information where you can reach out, depending on where in the world you are, to myself or to Bharat or Stefan. But we worked with a lot of clients over the years on helping them create vision. And so I'm wondering if you guys have some stories that you want to share of clients that have used vision, how they've used vision, and what it's been able to create for them.
Well, I can give you my own story. I had my articulated vision, and in 2018, I met a gentleman over a cup of coffee. And we have people who are givers around us, and he said, how can I help you? I said, I have to be on big stage. It can be TEDx. And after 2 months, he recommended my name to TEDx organizer, and I got it on stage in January 2019. But what if should I not share it? Okay. What if should I stop my sharing to him? I want to become a speaker on a big stage. I should have not got the opportunity. I didn't even apply for TEDx. It just came as opportunity. Yeah. And that makes a big difference. So sharing, always, people believe when you share what you want to become. People believe. And it's not about short term. I need something right now. What I'm looking to be, that's what they help you in. Because they also need time to help you. They also look for opportunity to help you. And this is what people do it. When people say, how can I help you? They look for something immediate, which they want it, which is not possible because people need some time and opportunity to give it. So when you think big, when you think for long term, you can easily share what you want to be. And in that gap of time, people will give you opportunities to come in. That is a classic success story of mine in 2018.
Thank you so much for sharing that, Bharat. How about you, Stefan? Whether it's yourself or one of your clients, how they've used vision?
I think I mentioned I talked last time about the guy who changed his whole company himself and the company and the suppliers and the clients and the co-workers just because he became clear. He got an inspired vision about what he wanted to achieve in life and in business. And I had another example that a good friend of mine now, after years, who actually had a vision of creating a co-working space. Didn't know how to do it, with whom, but suddenly she got that connection, got that contact, and that co-working space is now a fact since years. And that's why you bring people together and share your vision, and that's how powerful this could be, because you never know who listens to your vision. So make it clear, make it available, talk with people. So people sometimes say, what do you want in your life? Well, thank you for asking. But most people are not prepared of that question.
Yeah.
Because they don't I had to think. But if you have clarity in where you want to be, it's much easier for you to explain that and to attract people to your cause. It could be a cause.
Yes.
Could be something else than something material. It could be immaterial. It could be an idea you're having. Because I think a vision ends up in two places. First in your mind, and then in your physical world. But the most powerful thing is what's coming here from the mind. With the idea starting. So put that together, make something valuable. But I have, after working with over 1,000 companies over the last 10 years, there are numerous of great stories about a vision. But they actually start with having a vision.
Gotta have the vision if you want to share the vision. And I think that you can share this, and the goal is to inspire people throughout your world, whether it's your referral sources, your prospects, the people that are surrounding you, even your employees, perhaps. One of my success stories from a client, Daniel, who owned a moving company. It was so successful, he ended up selling it, kind of, retiring from that at like 32, because he was able to build it so big. But when he first came to Asentiv, was having some issues with finding really amazing employees. And when we created the whole vision, the part that was really specific to the business and what it's creating, he made that part of his interview process. He would slide the vision over to the prospect. This is back in the day when we're, it's still in person, slide it over to the potential employee, have them read it, and then he would gauge their response. If they read it and they're like, okay, that really was kind of a red flag for him of, I don't know. If they read it and they're like, yeah, I would love to be a part of this, then that would let him go to the next part of the interviewing process. And he ended up getting better employees because he was weeding out the ones that really didn't care early on. And again, created a massive success within his business so that he was able to sell that. So those are a couple stories of, how people have used their vision. And again, I think it's important, as Bharat mentioned, you got to share the vision. Stefan?
If I recall it right, wasn't it an American president or first lady that had a book on the bed? It's about vision, or am I wrong? Actually, I had a workshop years ago, and a guy there, he was older than the rest of us, and so he told us, you might question yourself why I'm here. I'm 79, and you're much younger than me. But guys, do you not think that a 79-year-old guy doesn't have a vision? I want to achieve more in life. I was like, wow. Because that is what about. You can have a vision if you're 85 or 90. My mother is 84 and she still has visions of doing things. I think it's great.
Yes. Well, and I think it's important for us all along our life to have that vision, to have that purpose. Things have been interesting in the world over the past couple of years, but when you have that vision you're working towards, you wake up in the morning, you're excited to be able to take on and work towards that. If there's no vision, it's like, why do I even want to get out of bed?
And I mean, circumstances will always be there. But most people, ends up finding, oh, my vision is too big, I can't do, cause the circumstance occur. You don't care about the circumstances. Change your way of going there instead.
Yeah. Flexibility and freedom, we can detour as needed.
In fact, there's one story of a client. She's into video production and video editing. And they used to operate from home, the husband and wife. And when they went through the vision process with us, they got the vision of a bigger office, the staff, a bigger setup. And after 1 year, they achieved that. People were amazed how they did in 1 year from home to office. But it was already in their vision and they were sharing it. And she shared the vision with her relationship partner, the referral partner. And in fact, they are sharing the office together right now. So that's the way vision makes a big difference. And the moment they moved to office, their business went up because they're coming out of the comfort zone of their home to office. Yeah. And the business went up because of the vision. They achieved that to get an office, to get more machines, to do more video editing. And in fact, they are planning big now.
Awesome.
So it makes a big difference. Yeah.
That is so awesome. Yeah, I think that this idea of having a vision can help us create our success. And here's the thing, it's not just about our success, because if we're successful, then who are the employees that are able to be successful? Our families and their families. If we're able to do a better job for our clients, our clients and our clients' families, our referral sources, if we're able to be more successful, we're in front of more people, we're able to refer more people. And I think this comes back to, I mentioned earlier, having this vision and having an impact on the community and even the world. It may start with us, but we're the, tiny little pebble into the water, and the ripple effect goes out. And I get there are going to be some people out there that are naysayers, like, well, what's wrong with you? Look at all that. Hey, forget about them. Move on. If you can't, embrace the future, are those the people we really want to be around? And I get there's always going to be folks that want to hold you down, and you just realize it's about you. It's not about them. You're the one that's creating the success. Do you want to be unsuccessful for somebody else that maybe doesn't even have that big of an impact on your life? And so to me, this idea of vision is so powerful and positive. Stefan?
I think we are talking about a really important subject here, because I believe that the words need more vision, a future, an idea, a better life, better world together. And I think we are lacking visionary people who addresses their vision to as leaders. Visionary leaders, I think, and we can be visionary leaders ourselves by starting where we are. And that's why I think the vision is so impactful and so important for people, because that could create a future, a better future. And I think vision is the one vehicle to help society move on, to move further. Although we have seen different things coming up the latest years about scarcity and so forth, but vision could be the vaccine against those crazy leaders we sometimes have in our world today.
Yeah. I mean, and it is so much about attitude. I have a client who's a photographer who, a lot of the stuff that's going on in the world, it's like been decimated, and his business was even in 2020. So he stayed about where he was the year before, and he doubled his business in 2021. When people are crying, oh my gosh, the world is ending, he's doubling his business. It can be done. And so I think vision is very powerful. Tiffanie Kellog here. We are talking about a vision for your business success. We've been exploring, why to share, how has vision changed you? What's the impact that's been made? And so before we wrap up, I want to just go around and give everybody a chance to introduce themselves, tell us who you are, where you're from, all that fun stuff. And then anything you want to add to this conversation on vision. And Stefan, since you're in the hot seat right now, we're going to start with you.
Well, my name is Stefan Molander. I'm based in Stockholm, Sweden, and I am the master franchise for Asentiv in the Nordic regions, and a business consultant and coach, helping people to go from from stuck to freedom, actually, to get going and help them through that journey to have a more relaxed and more harmonious and prosperity life. That's what I'm living for.
Awesome.
You have time for what's important.
Well, I'm from Mumbai, India, also master franchisee for Asentiv Central India, and happy to meet Stefan and Tiffanie 6 years back in Asentiv conference. And that's where my vision got articulated. And being an author was also part of the vision. So being an author right now, first time. In fact, Tiffanie has written 2-3 books. I want to follow that also. By the end of the year, my vision is to close 4 books. And I help entrepreneurs to grow their business and create a better family life.
Awesome.
Yeah.
And I'm Tiffanie Kellog, your hostess today for our video, A Vision for Your Business's Success. I'm in Tampa, Florida in the United States. And I just feel that this idea of vision gives us that forward thinking and that positivity that's so important. And I think that you can have a business and survive without a vision. But if you want to thrive, it is time to have that vision. Maybe scare you, as Stefan mentioned earlier. It might be a little scary, but there's a quote that says something like, aim for the stars. If you miss and you still hit the moon, awesome. Michelangelo has a quote, I'd rather have a vision that was too high than a vision that's too low and I achieve it. Something like that. And I think that vision plays such a powerful part in our world. And so we encourage you to have that vision. If you don't have one, check out Asentiv. We do have a whole conversation inside Asentiv's Ignite Your Business and Asentiv Pro focused on how do you create that 360-degree vision that you can share with the people in your world, so hopefully they will help you achieve it. Thank you, gentlemen, so much for joining us here for our live. Thank you, everybody there in the social media world and YouTube for watching. And we look forward to seeing you at another video sometime soon. Happy networking, y'all.
Thank you very much. Thank you, Tiffanie.